And we are live. Hey everyone, we are so sorry. We were trying to get, when you're rushing, you realize, or I realized 5 minutes after the fact, I was trying to figure out where the stage was, where the comments were, and StreamYard added a new feature to the backstage that y'all can't see, which was now you can make comments show up like it says like wide or tall on the screen. I'm like, well, hold on. I don't know what all that is. So I had to get rid of that and then I had to come back. So
Is anybody showing up? I don't see anybody.
well, we are live,
Okay.
right? And so they haven't started, making comments yet, but we are definitely live. You can check from your phone also to see if anybody's out there. What happens is when you do live broadcast, when you don't show up like you're supposed to show up, then people drop off or they think, oh, I guess they're taking a break today. And so, hey, everybody, what is going on? So, if you are joining us, we come here every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on we are live, and on 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, babe, we're going to stop. Hey, Chrislyn. Okay, Chrislyn. Look, Chrislyn, fire. That's all we're going to say. Chrislyn, of course, she spoke at the women's.
I heard about you. You.
Yes,
my precious daughter there.
Yes, yes. Not my precious daughter, but my cousin. Hey, Chrislyn. So, but good to see you. Thank you. Hey, Gwen. So sorry, you guys. We were running a tad bit late. Darlene had some technical issues, and my background is in IT. But look, when you trying to do a broadcast, I logged into StreamYard, and it only had like the little comment section. So I was like, why is the comment thing not showing right? And then all of a sudden we went live and then it was like, wait a minute, there's something missing from the screen. I don't see no comments. Then it dawned on me I was only live on YouTube. And YouTube doesn't show up on the comments here. You guys that are on Facebook, your comments show up here. So we do have a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're gonna keep it short since we're starting late. It is now 15 minutes, almost 15 minutes after the hour. So we're going to run down what we did this weekend. First, we had the women's conference, yes. Radical Women's Conference. Chrislyn fire, all the speakers fire. Octavia closed it out, and Sade fire. All the speakers. Alyssa, if I missed you, I'm so sorry, but had a great pastor and pastor. It was outstanding, and so but that was this week. So we've been like Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. Austin came home.
Yeah, Friday.
No, Austin came home much earlier than Friday.
Thursday.
Wednesday.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Austin
had us going around in circles.
So that's hence what we're going to talk about today. Chris, I don't know how old your babies are, but at some point in life, we're going to get around to the part of have you've been watching, what we call it?
They're not like us. They're not like us.
My gosh. Okay. Oh yeah. So thank you, Gwen. Gwen brings up a very interesting point, which is the fire at the Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Saturday.
That was Saturday, which brings us to Saturday.
Yeah.
So we decided to travel. Austin was in town for spring break, and got time to spend some time with him. Paige came over as well because Paige going to all the women's conference. She ain't gonna miss nothing, and she gonna dress up.
Right.
Everybody else all in sweats and jeans and a cute shirt. Not Paige. Paige got the whole 9 up and down. Yes. Phew. 10 and 6.
She wearing Louis. She wearing Versace. She all dressed up.
Paige is all tonight. So Kristen says she's got a 10 and 6-year-old. Wait till they hit 20 and 26-year-old. Or let's just say,
no, they got to wait to 16.
Okay,
they ain't got to wait that long.
10 plus 6, okay, 16, and then and 18.
When they know everything.
So we've done several broadcasts about they not like us. Okay, but anyway, so that then moves us to Saturday. We travel to Ashburn, Georgia.
Tifton,
right? County.
We preached in Ashburn yesterday, but we stayed in Tifton.
Oh, okay.
Tifton is a bigger city and got more going on.
Yeah.
A town.
Yeah.
A big town.
Fuller had to minister on Sunday, And so hence we were traveling. But on our way,
Stopped in Macon, Georgia.
stopped in Macon. Fuller likes to have breakfast at Hey There, Amarillo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. We decided to stop at Fuller's favorite breakfast spot. Not Darlene's, but Fuller's favorite breakfast spot.
Traveling.
He likes to go there for traveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Safe. It's safe.
It's consistent, right? And so, but as we're sitting there eating, we just got our food. All of a sudden, the manager or Fuller says the fire marshal. I say it was the manager.
Okay.
Walks in, says, "Hey, everybody." Fuller said eating. He said he heard him, but he's kind of eating. I said, "Babe."
I heard him. I'm trying to get my food in.
The man is saying something. So he says, "You guys have to evacuate the building right now." So now when Fuller and I got there, we smelled like
smoke.
It smelled like a little smoky. It didn't look like it was smoke, but I thought it was the fireplace they had fired it up. It was still warm that day, so I don't know why it would have been warm, and they having the fire. So they had the fireplace going. They didn't have the fireplace going. So as he's saying, y'all got to get out right now. So we're like, baby, we got to go right now. So as we're leaving out, oh boy, Mr. Smith sitting eating his food. Mr. Smith didn't hear him. I said, "Sir, they're evacuating this building right now." I said, "Get your piece of bacon now and let's go." Because I grabbed mine.
That was fun.
Look, I grabbed my whatever was on my plate because I knew I wasn't going to come back in and wasn't going to be able to get my same food. So I said, "Let me take something I can pull in my hand and let's go." And so he got his bacon. We all walked out the side, and they had thrown a cigarette in the bushes.
In the bushes next to the side of the front door.
Side of the building.
Side of the building.
And they had to tear off that wood panel.
First panel.
And put a hole in the wall because the wall was getting on fire.
Smoke had kind of got in the installation there, and it was going out through this.
That was exciting, you guys. That was exciting for our weekend. And then we moved to Sunday.
No, we had to finish it.
What happened?
And then, so a lot of people had ate their food and they left without paying.
Whose cousins?
The wonderful people. The wonderful people.
Now I ain't gonna say it's just
but it was more wonderful people.
You think?
Yeah. In Cracker Barrel, there always be more wonderful people.
Look here, the people she was pointing at was the table that was over there, y'all.
That was one of them.
They had about 10 people, and they all their kids. It had to be about 10 people.
The guy had to stop him from running over the fire hoses.
Right. But that was the wonderful.
But we went back in, and they fixed us a fresh breakfast. And we tipped them quite well because I know they lost a lot of business there. So I tipped them quite well. But
I still think they should have comped everybody that had to leave out. But it's business. And so we didn't have no problem with it. It ain't but $40 for breakfast, which is still kind of high for breakfast, but any of that. So, but we ended up being entertained that day. And then, hey, Darren, good to hear
you. Nothing goes unnoticed or unrewarded. So you plant that seed.
It was a seed song. Yeah. And so, we didn't walk out and not pay because the people that left ate, I know, half their food and left. And so, but anyway, so then that brings us to Sunday.
Bring us to Saturday where you went to your store. You like to shop at.
We're going to tell the whole story.
What's
my store?
The
Home Goods and TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx didn't have a
and it was combined.
Yeah.
And she did her thing in there. And that was good. And it was just a good outing. But I tell you, I really enjoyed the food. We were looking for places to eat. And it's not a lot of places in those small towns. But this lady recommended Cajun seafood.
Yes.
And it was really good. It was run by Mexicans. And they did a good job with the food.
So to say it was run by Mexicans. They called Hispanic people now.
Oh, well, same thing.
And you think they were Hispanic? I was thinking they were more like
Asian. No, I think they were Hispanic.
Yeah. Okay.
Mexican Hispanic. Anyway.
Okay. So
I'm not being politically correct. I'm just talking what it is.
Right. Okay. So we ate at the Cajun place, y'all.
And it was good.
It was tasty. It was tasty. Sunday.
Okay.
Fuller ministered at
Church of God by Faith.
Church of God by Faith, but what's the name? Monroe Avenue. Madison Avenue. You're gonna mess me up. I need some sleep. I'm sorry,
Madison
Pastor Coffee.
Avenue, Church of God by Faith.
Church, I never heard that before.
Yeah. George Matthews' father and his uncle found that denomination.
What?
And they have quite a large following. Yeah. You know, naming all the different churches, and when they have their convention, it'll be thousands and thousands of people there. And they normally have it here in Atlanta the week before Christmas. So it's a really large denomination.
Did you hear what Chrislyn said? I'm going to pause. This is a station break. Home Goods ain't paid us no money, Chrislyn, but I'm going to pause for our advertisement station break. And that would be, this broadcast is brought to you by Home Goods and TJ Maxx. How about that? Yeah. And so every time I go into one of them stores, I'm going to find something, whether it's, look, I bought a new, even though my hair don't look like it, but I bought a new little hair product line that I'm trying out with this natural hair. And bought some other things, and you can't go wrong. Okay, babe. So that brings us to Sunday. Now Fuller done showed out. He done taught on one of his favorite sermons that I always say that I think is one of his best teachings, which is on servanthood, the platform for fulfilling your destiny.
Yeah,
your
platform
destiny
to fulfilling destiny, and the rest of it is
nothing goes unnoticed or unrewarded. Yeah. So it's all about how we serve, serving in the church, serving, like we talk about this when we're going out to eat, how people serve us. So we are great tippers because people love to serve, and they do it well, right? But Fuller just really talked about, if you're the pastor of the church, pastor can't cook, he can't lay hands on people, he can't go cut the grass, drive the bus, call the sick and shut in, do every funeral, lead the praise and worship, and do all that. Everybody needs to do something. That's how you fulfill your destiny.
Not the pastor, you're a minister of help.
Called minister of help. So servanthood, the platform fulfilling your destiny. But that was really good. And then so Fuller then always puts Darlene on the spot. Fuller does believe, and it is true, he has a built-in praise and worship leader, even though I think just, singer, praise and worship, that term is the last, I've been in World Change since 96. So since 96, that's kind of still a new terminology for singers, right? Everybody's praise and worship leader. Mm-hmm. I don't know what we used to call a soloist. Solo. So, but every soloist. Time, right, we go someplace, Fuller come texting me, he left out the church to, just kind of make sure he stayed in the back for a little bit, getting all kind of, everything together. So he texts me and says, do you feel like, what did you say to me?
Singing.
You didn't say it like that. Okay. You said, do you feel like blessing the folks and how somebody said, I was like, babe, they got a musician singing.
Exposing them to your anointing.
Yeah, I said, they got a person that's going to sing. Or play. I thought they were singing, but there was actually somebody playing.
But what did that have to do with the price of milk?
I know it didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I said, yes, babe, if you would like for me to do that. And so I went
and you did your thing.
The young man,
who
I did not know, he was only 19. He played the saxophone.
Oh my God.
And he was simply amazing.
Yes.
They said he was 19, and I was like, 19. So he was playing Praise Is What I Do. Y'all remember that? Praise is what I do. Ooh, is what I do. So he was playing that. So Fuller, he was wrapping up. So Fuller goes up on stage. We go together. He says, come with me. Oh, Lord. So I go with him. And so the young man is playing. My natural instinct is leadership, right? And so Fuller doesn't have to do this like sing, darling. I was feeling his vibe out. Like we had the, back in the day, musicians and singers, they will feel each other out,
right?
Kind of feel out how your flow is going. Right. And so he started rapping down, and then I just said, keep playing. And so I came in on the Praise Is What I Do chorus. Then I went into Goodness of God. It was good. Fuller went and sat down. He was on the stage with me, and I looked up, and he's down on the floor.
I want to enjoy the service. I want to enjoy the ministry.
So, but Fuller, it was good. So you guys, now we got, okay. So we started 15 minutes late. So we're gonna go an extra 10. Okay. So,
hey, Pastor Arnold. Hey, Vera Spencer.
I see you in a little bit, Arnold. Good to see you. Good to see you, sister. Everybody out there.
I called him last Wednesday night on his the broadcast
at midnight. At midnight.
Chopping it up at midnight for the millennials.
They be up. Kirk Arnold, they be up at midnight.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna get up in the morning early. So for Sunday service.
So, but anyway, you guys, we're going to continue just a tad bit. Fuller and I had a lot of experience this past week on a series that we're going to continue as we even talk to our guests that come on here about they're not like us.
They're not like us.
And the reason why we say that is because we experienced this quite a bit. We saw it today as well. Fuller had a doctor's appointment today. And one of the things that happens with this generation, and it's true for all of us, because Fuller and I are guilty of it too. This right here is a beast.
But not when people are talking to you or you're working.
Okay, I said it's convenient. Let's say what Pastor talks about. It's convenient,
and
right?
It could be a beast.
We don't have no house phone no more. None of y'all probably have a house phone. This is a blessing, but it's also is a curse when it comes to this generation and people when they're talking to you, or lack thereof. Maybe they're not talking. We don't call each other on the phone anymore. So today, me and Fuller getting ready to check out the doctor's appointment. The girl says something like, such and such, you never know. And so me and Fuller both looking.
Because she called us up to the counter.
She calls up to the counter and she's saying, and yeah, and so we'll do that a little bit later. So me and Fuller look at each other and we look back at her, and she's wrapping up a private call. She's at the receptionist desk checking out people to do their next appointment. So I said, okay, we didn't say anything. We just looked at each other. And and then when we asked about, the doctor didn't have another appointment until like in May. So she says, okay, I said, we prefer on Mondays. So, because I work from home on Mondays and Fuller is off on Mondays. So I said, she said May, right? And I said, well, do you have another appointment? I'm thinking she could say, our next available is May. However, we do have something sooner, or we don't have anything sooner. May is our soonest appointment, but she never said any of that. She just said, okay, May, such and such.
Got you
down. It's like, okay, hold on. Do you have something today? Is March. Do you have something sooner than May? She said, well, let me check.
And I said, maybe a Tuesday then?
Yeah, maybe
Friday.
And she said, oh yeah, we have something in Riverdale. I said, oh, I didn't know you had a Riverdale location. So,
and that's what my doctor go over there home that day.
Didn't know that, right? So she could have said, oh, I checked both locations and Riverdale has a sooner appointment in April. It's something about the connection between relationship and communicating and the cell phones and how we relate with one another. Even like today, this past weekend on Sunday, while we are away, we're having a good time, just enjoying the Saturday evening after we done ate our Cajun food that Fuller was just talking about. Austin, our son, texts us.
Not call. He what?
Text
okay.
us and said, Mama, I left my car key in the mall.
Georgia Mall now.
It's 10 p.m. at night. I can't find my key to my car. I said, aren't you with his little friend, bro? He said, yeah, I can't find my key. And the mall is now closed. They won't let me go back in. This is all through a text now. So me and Fuller didn't answer. I just waited to see was he gonna call.
Right.
He didn't call not one time. So I started noticing that the car was moving because I could see it in my what is that, location sharing?
But the car wasn't moving. He was moving because he was tracking his phone.
He looked like he was on the road. I think by that time, what's her name?
Picked him up, but he was tracking and he was moving because he was in the car with somebody else. He didn't call.
Right. He never called. Right.
And we did not answer.
And so we said, Fuller wrote him back and said, you need to find your key. Because I don't know what you want us to do. Because we're like 3 hours away. So then he texted us then later on that night and said, my phone, the security wouldn't help us. And I told him that my key, I left my key somewhere in the mall. Did you say somewhere in the mall?
Big as Georgia Mall is.
So where are you, Austin? Well, so then I had to text him. Never call still. I said, so where are you? Because you're not coming home. So you're still in Beaufort. He said, I'm going to have to go back to my friend's house. Now, mind you, Austin said, my friend, I already know who you with. What were you talking about, my friend? So, first of all, I know y'all are friends. I know that's not your girlfriend. I mean, I know y'all are friends, but I don't know if you're supposed to be girlfriend or boyfriend. So I'm just trying to figure out where y'all going. So he says, I'm going over to their house because I don't have a place to go. My key is at now mind you, they ain't no phone call. Early in the morning, about 7:00 a.m., Austin calls Fuller's phone.
Unknown caller.
And he says, let me see what people call him. Y'all know better. So then Austin calls Fuller's phone. Did you answer?
Mm-mm.
Fuller don't answer. So Austin then calls me. Mama, how you doing? How am I doing? Did you get well, the mall, we're gonna go back to the mall today and see if we can find the thing. And I said, yeah, Austin, what stores did you go to? So he has to tell me the stores. I said, so call each of the stores when the mall opens. Well, we're gonna go back up there. I said, okay. So in the meantime, I'm stressing because as parents, this part I want to get to. As parents, Cassandra Brown, Miss Norma, you may not have this issue, but you got grown kids, so you may have this issue. As a parent, I'm now stressing over how do I fix it. I'm thinking it's 8 a.m, 7 a.m. I could drive back. Baby, this is going through my head.
How you fix it, Fat? Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, Fat, we need to have you and Michael come on to talk about your 3 kids.
Right. They're not like us.
They're not like us. That's what we're talking about. What is going on? That's why the subject today. So then Austin is I'm just trying to figure out how do I drive from Ashburn, Georgia, Tifton, Georgia, which is 3 hours almost away. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. Get back 11, 12, 1. And Fuller got to minister at 3. In my mind, I was trying to figure it out. And I said to myself, I heard this message, which I was going to share with you guys today. Fuller has sent me this message from Franksky, who is on like one of the R&B stations.
Been on a long time.
And he was talking about, and I was going to share with you guys today. Yeah, Fat, you're going to be on. He was talking about, as parents, we done made our kids like they are.
Yeah.
Because I'm up here stressing. Now, Austin laying in the bed probably. He ain't picked up no phone other than that morning. Picked up the phone, finally called me. I was just going to try to let him figure it out. Because what Austin has done in the past, we've been on a trip before. And Austin lost his wallet, left it in the Uber 3 different times. One in the Uber going, one in the Uber coming back. And then we're like, Austin, where is your mind? And so we're thinking he's going to find the key.
And 2 times it was in his pocket all along.
So we gonna let Austin figure it out on his own.
Right.
So Sunday morning comes, I'm trying to think, how am I gonna get there and get back? And then I said, I
wasn't thinking like that.
No, he wasn't. Fuller was asleep.
Yeah. Well, Matt called the other morning, so
Fuller didn't even answer. Look, you guys. And so I'm trying to figure it out. And then I said, darling, don't do it. Don't do it. So, but what I did do was I said, Austin, what's the name of the stores that you went to? You're going to call them this morning and see if they see a key. I said, they opened the mall. I'm doing the back end work. They opened the mall at 11. He said, well, the family's going to church. They're going to come back and we're going to go to the mall. So in the meantime, Mama, in fix-it mode, Fat, I done called Karen, who's down the street at my mama's place. My mama lived down the street. Karen to come to the house, go into our drawer, our upright drawer, because we keep our extra keys to the cars in there. Karen, would you go down the house? Karen goes down there. She finds the spare key because I don't really even know if I got a spare key to my Mini Cooper, which is what Austin drives. She finds the key. In the meantime, Mama then called Paige, who's in Kennesaw. Paige, come home, get the extra key, take it to your brother. Paige then made it home. By this time, it's about 12:30. Austin, they're not like us. This is what Austin does. He texts us now a picture with him holding his key like this. No call. No, I found my key. I'm good, Mama. Thank you for your service today. Thank you for servanthood, the platform fulfilling God's destiny for you, Mama, who is serving me all the time.
They will never grow up as long as you play God.
I was playing God.
Right. You're going to solve all their problems. So they can't reason. They can't balance stuff.
They don't know how to diagram sentences.
They can't write cursive. They're going to be, with AI, they're going to be dumb as a rock. Because they're going to have to, again, just text them and ask AI, chat GTP, just ask them anything you want to ask and get the answer. And some of us gone so far that let chat be counseling them at what a serious life problem, and chat ain't real. So I don't know why they're going to do that.
It's real.
Hey, Eric Hines.
Yeah. So hey, Dimitri. Good to see all of you guys. So our point is that
Veronica, good to see you.
Erica, Eric Hines. Look, they need no. They don't even know what an encyclopedia is. Right. If I point it, they may know what a dictionary is.
Maybe
that term dictionary. But when I said encyclopedia, Paige may ask, "Mama, what do you mean by encyclopedia?" I ain't saying she does, but the concept of how they process information. That's why we need you guys to come on and talk about what we're doing to cause some of that delay in the approach. And then I got one more story to tell you.
And we had Eric and Pastor Eric and one of the hands on before, but we was talking about something else. He will be a good one to talk about the young people.
Because he was a principal.
Because the principal. And he still helps out. So yeah, look, we need to help him on.
One more thing. They are trying to replace wisdom with artificial
intelligence.
Let me post that, doggone. Kirk Arnold. That was profound right there.
That's it.
They are.
That's it.
When I tell you, because we all got these grown kids that want to be grown. So today, Eric Hines, it's bad in high school. I know. I saw it when I recently was asked to come back to BIP. I don't know what's happening. So Austin then been here since Wednesday, you guys. I'm talking about my own kids. And then if we're doing stuff that ain't helping our kids, like the other morning, Fuller said his son Matt called him 6 a.m. I said, "Baby, who called him 6 a.m?"
Saturday morning.
He said, "Who's calling?" He said it was Matt.
What was Saturday morning, Friday morning?
It was Saturday.
Yeah. Call back twice.
6 in the morning. We're like,
what could he want at 6 o'clock?
Somebody.
He could call. Well, he called me at 12.
But look, that when they really need something, then they really call. So also today, y'all, I got to tell you this, and then we're gonna be done because we got to 6:45. We started 15 minutes late, y'all. So sorry, that's my bad. I know I'm putting it off on y'all. But Austin then text me today. He been here since Wednesday. He left yesterday. Then when even Arnold, Kirk Arnold, and Pastor Hines, and Pastor Arnold, I'm no disrespect, but. So even when Austin was here the entire week, do you think he washed his clothes? He came home after.
On Sunday. He was going to leave Sunday and need to be in the class early Monday morning.
And I even said, Austin, don't drive at night, son. You need to get going early up in the day and drive back to school. Savannah, you guys, 3.5 hours away. He passed us up going to school. So today, Austin texts both of us and says, "I'm thinking about staying in Savannah over the summer because my production class, I hear through the what's the terminology he said?
The words on the street.
Yeah, the word on the street is that.
And first of all, he said, "Hey."
He started
not
sexting.
Mom, not pops. Hey,
baby, don't get me going.
Okay.
Also started with "Hey." I said, "Who is Hey?"
Right.
Not who A. Who is Hey? And he wrote back and said, "Hey, Mom."
And I asked, "What's word on the street mean?" Because he was talking about a government job at Chatham County. And the words on the street in Chatham County that they was hiring. Because Darlene done told him, no work, no money.
Okay.
No work, no food.
So
no work.
So Austin is trying to, he ain't gonna say that's what he doing. He's trying to skate out of being dealing with Mama. Because he know this summer here, ain't no funds coming into his no account. So Austin texts me and says, Mom, I think I may stay in Savannah this summer. My class, word on the street. Okay, my class is gonna do take a class from 5 to 7:30 p.m. And we're going to take that one class over the summer because we all have to do it together. That's what our professor said. This is all through text message. Now, remember, you guys, I am ChatGPT. I am translating what Austin is saying. All I just said to you is Darlene is ChatGPT. I'm figuring out all the stuff that he ain't said. So I'm relaying back what he said in a 2-sentence text message. So I said back, Austin, now you guys think about your own kids. And I'm saying this because it's so real, because we're not making strong adult children. They're going to be somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's employee, and they're not completely ready for what's going to bring them in life. So Austin then says all of this in 2 sentences. And I said, Austin, what is your plan for accomplishing going to school? One class is $5,000 at SCAD. I know because I pay tuition. We pay tuition every 3 months, and it's $15,000 cash. What is your plan for where you're going to live? Oh, I think I'm may live in the dorm. They got housing in the summer. Oh, okay. And then 3, what is your plan to pay for that? He says, oh, well, I thought I was going to be able to use my savings. What savings do you have, Austin? I said, have you looked at your savings? In there, both you and your sister spend almost all of the money out of it. Like Miss Page, she don't know this. She didn't transfer most of her money to go pay for stuff to go to Radical Women's Conference this week.
And buy outfits. For each day.
She got just $200 left. When every month, y'all hear me, every month it's supposed to be a savings for college that just kind of sits there. It's really not their money at all, but they can see it. They get $200 for school a month. Baby, did you get $200 when you was in school?
I might have got $10 a month.
I got 10. That's what I got. And it wasn't consistent. They didn't have no direct deposit.
Right.
So she was mailing a check for $10 in the mail. So
I was living close enough to go home.
So I was. Yeah, I was living an hour and a half away. Right. So then Austin says, well, I word on the street is that Chatham Aquatic Center got jobs, and I know the people. I know them all. Until my internship come through. If it don't come through, then I'm gonna get a job. Oh, hold on, player. You first of all just talked about tuition, one class, and I said, and by the way, that one class is at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So that must mean that you're gonna work full time in the summer. And number 2, okay, so you're going to stay in the housing, which you're not going to do because I just spent $1,000 for you to move out, and you're going to move out. And then you have a surrogate parent that's there. Yes, Mr. Rod is there, but you ain't asked him if you can stay in his house. And if you do, you're going to be required. I'm requiring you to pay rent in the summer. Exactly. You don't get to stay at nobody's place for free. That if you're not staying in the dorm, either way, tell me, son, what is your plan to finance what you plan to do? And that is true, everybody.
But see, the problem is El Share Mama and El Share Daddy have taken away their responsibility. We have given them things without giving them responsibility. And because of that, we raise grown girls and grown boys and not allow them to mature into grown men and grown ladies.
To have responsibility.
So that's why. So they can make plans around our dollars. They can make plans around not around our schedule, because we actually change our schedule to fit their schedule. Yeah. And it's kind of backwards.
It is.
And we are the ones that have hindered them from becoming what we would love for them to be. Yeah. So we got to put this thing in reverse and back up and correct some things and give clear direction and understanding that it's no funds without working. Yeah. And there's no funds without we will help you. but we're not going to be the sole responsibility of taking care of you.
Yeah.
I don't ever mind helping when they're trying to do the right thing the right way, but doing the right thing the right way, I don't mind helping them, but I don't want to be the financier.
Yeah. So here's what Demetria says. She says, my last daughter is about to start college, and I'm having her save money towards college for a scholarship, her grades to help pay for college, and she's working 3 jobs. Come on. Babysitting, Publix, and recreation center.
Wow.
But see, what happens though, I refuse to go in debt.
Yeah.
So, and I agree, right? But what they start doing, Demetria, too, and I'm going to use Paige as the example. Paige does work. But it seems like when I look in that account, which I try not to micromanage the account, when I look in her account, it's she has an overflow that comes from that savings that covers the stuff that ain't in the checking. Right. That's the part she's supposed to use in the checking, which is where her check goes also. So you guys, all I'm saying is sometimes also we are giving our kids positions wherever that is, like today at the doctor's office. If you're not eligible to be dealing with people, customer facing, then you don't need to be in that role. If you don't
communication skills.
Yes, if you don't know how to talk to people, and you are in a role with being overgrown people, or whatever it is, whatever job that is, you need to take a step back. As parents, we got to take a step back and say, you're not ready for that. And in fact, when Austin works for me over the summer, I give him a script on what I want him to say, because it then impacts me. And if I seem like I'm a little bit tense and got a little tension, is because I'm so frustrated with my own kids and where did we go wrong? And I don't think we went wrong. I think there's something in the Kool-Aid.
Well, this is old school, so I won't date myself. But I was noticing in the doctor's office today, a 20-year-old girl come to the front door and called a man, I'm just going to say, in his late 60s or early 70s, called him by his first name.
She didn't, baby.
Yes, they did. They said Mister. They said Henry. I want to say Henry Barnes, Ricky Jackson. They were calling him by their name. They did. They said Mister.
Okay,
they said call him by their name.
Like
I just think that when and they called me Kenny Ford.
Yeah. So
I just think that when you are a certain age, or just being professional, like one thing, Dr. Layton, he always said, "Yes, sir." No, sir. Well, Bishop Fuller, this, Bishop Fuller, that. He always addressed people with their title, Mrs., Lady Q, or Lady, Lady Darlene.
I rarely hear people call you by your first name.
And it's not because they got to call me Bishop. They ain't got to call me Bishop. They can just say Mr. Fuller, Brother Fuller, but not if they're in their 20s calling me by my first name.
Right, yeah.
I just don't like that. Kenny Fuller.
Yeah.
I just don't like that.
But it's level. So Eric Hines, we're gonna wrap this up, you guys. I know we went long because we were running late.
Yeah, Darlene just frustrated and she just venting to you guys. So
but
y'all know this is organic. She just speaking from her heart.
Right.
And maybe this will help you with raise your children that don't have children old enough.
But
maybe this will help.
But I want to invite some people. Renelda and I talk about a lot of stuff. She's got a grown son. Fat's got grown kids. And all of this together, Eric Hines is the principal. He's seen it in high school. So Eric Hines mentions sometimes as parents, we have to do what's hard initially. Mm-hmm. So what's hard for me, Eric Hines, and what I'm going to do this summer for young Mr. Quincy is we're going to let him figure this one out. That means and so the compromise that I talked to Rod today, and Rod has already said, Austin can have that conversation about coming to stay with me over the summer. But in order for him to stay with me over the summer, he has to have landed the job.
Wow. Okay.
Because our kids say is, I've been trying. Nobody's hiring. They overlook me. They always got an excuse. It's somebody else's fault. Never their responsibility.
Or they said they weren't hiring no more. Not from the company. One of their friends tell them that.
Yeah, they said.
So Eric, Pastor Hines, making that hard decision is the platform for them becoming adults and making good decisions.
Yeah. So you guys, baby, sit up, because I know your face is on the very bottom there. So y'all, this is just us talking about they not like us.
They're not like us.
That's why the message says today, what's really going on. And you guys, I want to also just leave you with this from a health perspective. Let's just make sure we're taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's also make sure that, you know, if you got loved ones and family members, that you reach out to them just to check on them, just to say you love them, just to check in. We got some horrible news today from a fellow member of our church, staff member. He is he does all of the media coverage, and you've probably seen him in our church. They did a well check on him today and discovered that he had Friday. I just saw him. I know this past Wednesday had a seizure. They think, they don't know, but found him at home, deceased, 56-year-old. So all I'm asking us to do is let's just, one, be mindful of caring for yourself. If you got medical things going on, go to the doctor. Check on your family members. Make sure that, you know, that everybody's good. And that we have to check on each other more closely, more regularly, rather, because things are just happening that's just unheard of.
Just this month alone, we probably know about 5 or 6 people that's going to be with the Lord, and they're just too many in a short period of time. So we must do that, including me.
Yes. And so, but you guys, thank y'all for staying tuned in for this lengthy and late Godfidence today. And next week we're going to have a guest. Should we tell them who?
Yeah, tell them.
Do I say for them?
Former state representative,
really?
Former state senator, former 2-time mayor of Augusta, Georgia, which is the 2nd largest population city in the state of Georgia. None other than the Reverend Right, Pastor, Mayor, Senator, Representative Hardy Davis.
It's going to be good.
We're going to talk about divorce and living after divorce and
managing the adult children,
right?
You know, all of that again. And so
they're not like us.
They're not like us.
So it's going to be quite interesting. We'll talk a little politics. We'll talk about the divorce and the healing process and moving forward after divorce. So we're looking forward to having our friends on next week.
So you guys, thank y'all.
Tell somebody that about it. They might be divorced or need to heal from divorce. And I think it'll be good. We'll
see you guys next week. Hey, Felicia. Good. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, thank you so much. We love you guys as well. And thank y'all for every week coming back to see Godfidence. And you guys, y'all take care until next week. This is how we do it on Godfidence. Y'all take care. Love.